So I'm Petty Officer Brayden McGuinness. I'm an air crewman, and my role is a sensor operator in the MH-60 Romeo Seahawk.
I'm Sub-Lieutenant Robert Osborne. I'm an aviation warfare officer on the MH-60 Romeo.
Well, I think the diversity of the role itself is probably what my favourite part of it is. Everything the aircraft can do is sort of each of our jobs. So whether it's door gunnery, search and rescue, vert rev, anything the aircraft does, we do it. It means every single day of work is completely different, and it just keeps the stimulation and the passion for it alive. That's the best part for sure.
I have to agree with Brayden, and additionally, the nature of the work that the Romeo does, it's a team environment. You're working together with all three of the crew members to achieve whatever outcome you've got for the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the best thing about the Seahawk, it's the cutting edge of naval aviation, essentially. So we do any surface warfare, so against adversary ships, any submarine warfare, which is kind of self-explanatory. We do search and rescue operations, myself and another wireman rescue swimmer in the back, conduct those. At sea replenishment, where we lift loads to resupply ships at sea from one to another if we've got a supply ship with us. And just general surface search and surveillance as well, so it's a pretty powerful and diverse aircraft.
Okay, so I was direct entry AVWO, joined in 2020. I had a few goes at most of the stages throughout the recruitment process, so if you don't get it the first time, don't be discouraged. And then following that, joined in 2020, went through Creswell, and then went to 723 for the helicopter training school. And then after that, over to Romeo, and I spent from 2023 to 2025 learning how to fly the Romeo, and then 2025 onwards flying this aircraft behind us.
So mine was a bit of a roundabout sort of path. I initially joined as an avionics technician working on the Romeo, which is a great job. I thoroughly enjoyed it because you work on a cutting edge aircraft for your day job. It's pretty unreal. But I think I was just seeking a bit more adrenaline out of what I was doing. So yeah, I started the Aircrew selection board, which at the time went for a week, and it was pretty grueling, but very satisfying experience. And fortunately was successful in that and got picked to start the training, which took me through a whole bunch of subsidiary courses, and then the main aircrew and rotary course of 723 Squadron. That took about a year, and then I went from there and qualified on the Romeo at 725 Squadron, which was also about a year. And now I'm operational on a flight at sea, which is an incredible job. This is really what it's all about.
For people wanting to join, I suppose just don't get discouraged. It can have a lot of ups and downs throughout the recruitment process, and especially if you're going for a role in aviation, whether that be a pilot AVWO or an air crewman, it's going to be very difficult. And if you don't get it the first try, then don't be discouraged. Have another go and just give it your best.
Yep, I really agree with everything Robbie said. Something that's important to remember as well, if you do get in, you might enjoy your job, but you might find there's something that inspires you a little bit more, and that's an option that's available. That's the path that I took before I found what I really loved. So don't be afraid once you're in and you've established your career to mix it up a little bit and try something else as well once you've got some experience behind you. It's probably a little bit cheeky to say it, but I think our flying display is pretty impressive. It's pretty awesome to see a helicopter really being flown to the limit like that, and it's a lot more fun on the inside as well. But of course, all the old warbirds really take the cake for me. I think the history and keeping them flying is so impressive. All right, this is our MH-60 Romeo Seahawk. Let's do a little tour and walk around the aircraft and show you some of the features. All right, so this is my rescue hoist. This is where all the search and rescue operations are based out of, and inside the door, obviously. Keep our rescue gear inside, and then if there's someone in distress, we'll put our rescue harness on, hook up to that, and my other wireman will winch myself down to effect the rescue and recover myself and the casualty back into the aircraft and take it to a hospital or the nearest medical facility, whether that's a ship or land-based. We've got our extended weapons pylon on here as well. So this currently houses 4 Hellfire missiles. We're here the same on the other side for a total of 8. Alternatively, we can use a rocket launcher pod, which is 19 rockets housed within, so for a total of 38. Down aft, you've got a similar position that can either hold an auxiliary fuel tank or a torpedo, and that's affected on the other side too. So either the ordnance I've just briefed that is forward firing, or a torpedo, or a fuel tank on either side. Also in the door, we can fit our 7.62mm machine gun, the Mag-58, or the 50 caliber machine gun, the GAU-21. Also, our pilots sit up front in the cockpit here. With our BDO tube for our forward airspeed and barometric data, and then our forward-looking infrared turret. It's got some pretty interesting capabilities on it. It's got a thermal or low-light TV and an optical and digital zoom camera. That also houses our laser designator that targets our missiles and rockets. We've got our fully articulated and folding rotor head, so if we're at sea on a warship, we'll pull the lock pins out, all the blades fold around the back, and the tail folds forward as well, so we can fit it inside the hangar on a destroyer or a frigate. This is our sonar buoy launcher assembly. So each of these tubes is fitted with one of three types of sonar buoy. We've got a bathymetric sonar buoy that collects our environmental data for us, a passive sonar buoy, and an active sonar buoy. And so those parachute into the water, and we essentially use them to sanitize a water space for the submarines. It just makes our ships make sure that they know they're operating in a safe environment. This is what houses our chaff and flare. So if we're away from Australia and there's a threat environment, we've got countermeasures fitted there that'll help us evade any sort of threat that we might come up against.